Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Don't see what's yours for the taking tonight. Ooh, show me your soul, baby. I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Can't you see it's way past time? How explicit do I have to be? I mean, I spell it out before you get it, baby. Show me your soul, and honey, I'll show you. I'll show you.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the, I want to dress the screen up. I feel like dressing up today. Ooh, you like that? Yeah. I did that. Yes, I did. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Lauren Michaels Harris, and today is Friday, T to the G to the I to the F. Welcome to the 11th day of June. We're making our way 80-some degrees here in the Chicagoland area today. That's what's being predicted. How are things shaping up in your neck of the woods? What a week we've had here on the show. I want to know if you had to rate your week so far on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. How you feeling about it right now? Put it in the comments. Inquiring minds, nosy me, would like to know, right? Oh, that was the bell of purpose. For those of you who don't know about that, well, let me tell you, I'll put you up on it. The bell of purpose is on purpose. We use it with purpose here on the show. It is just a little reminder that when you hear the bell ring, something wonderful is in the air. There's some frequency stuff going on. Someone has said something, posted something, is sending something wonderful. This is a great time to become part of something greater than yourself by simply hitting the share button. Let someone else know what you're experiencing, what's going on over here, because at Bathrobe Moments, that's our theme for season 5. Show me your soul and I'll show you mine. And that's what we do. It's all about the conversation, fellowshipping. There is a promise out there that says where 2 or more of us come together, something wonderful is going to happen. Not might, could, should, it will. And we're proof of that every day. Happy Pride Month to everyone. Here is Petey the Pride Bear. He's sitting here. I'm getting him redressed. I took his shirt off the other day because I splashed some wine on it the other night. And Petey, how are you, my friend? Happy Pride Month to everyone out there. So excited to be, we have a lot of PSAs out and about all over through the Triple Nickel brand who have the Unity line. And I'm a brand ambassador for them. So thank you to Triple Nickel for acknowledging this community known as the LGBTQI+. Okay, a lot of letters there. At this point, we do it every day. Put your hands together. Send some light and love as we welcome to the show my sidekick. This is my gal, my bestie, Miss Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. We're still sipping on that whatever macchiato from yesterday. Remember, I still have the bag right here in my trash can. What is it called? Caramel macchiato. That's what, or something. The M word. That's what I'm drinking. And I didn't really see anything in the news because I didn't look. So anyway, we're here today. It's Friday. We're wrapping up a wonderful week. I just want to say, who do I have coming Monday? Who is that? Oh, Cam Montgomery, voiceover artist. He's been doing voiceovers for everything, from movies to a lot of commercials. You hear the voiceovers on television. Cam will be here Monday morning, so mark your calendars, won't you please? Today, however, we have my good friend, Chris COTA, who is in the ATL, the Dirty South, Atlanta. I met Chris a few years ago when we staged the second Power of We Symposium in Atlanta, and he was what do you want to call it? More than instrumental. I was going to say that, but just I couldn't have done it without him. And we've been friends ever since. And he has just got so much going on in this world today. We're going to find out all the changes. You know, I love to catch up with people on the other side of COVID. Hey, officially, that's the news. Officially today in Chicago, anyway, or Illinois, we are in phase 5. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Glory. We are in phase 5. I walked in the health club. And yesterday, you could walk around. You had to wear your mask if you went from machine to machine or area to area, but you didn't need it when you were there. Now, you don't even have to bring them in. Free of them. Yes. So let's keep moving forward. Let's keep being mindful of what it takes to stay where we're at. I don't want to go backwards. Do you? Can I get an amen? I just want to say hi, Lori. Hi, Bernadette. How are you? Good morning to all of you. Look at you, beautiful people, looking good out there. So anyway, share this out. We got a great time going. I don't want to waste any more time. So I'm going to get my good friend Chris COTA in here. Chris, did you send me a bio after all? You did not. I'm going to let you tell him. Let's just leave it that way. You guys, you know how we do it here on Bathrobe Moments. It's been a minute since Chris has been here. He hasn't been here since I was over on Facebook. So let's welcome him and do what we do. Send lots of light, love. Let's pour into Chris as he pours into us. Put your hearts on the screen as we bring to the stage my good friend, Chris COTA. Bonjour.
Hey, can you hear me all right?
Huh?
Can you hear me okay?
What? Yes, I can. See, they fall for it every time. I'm loving that.
I know you.
I know you. How could you forget? Is that a gaming chair you're sitting in?
Yes, only.
I like it.
I always have to have a gaming chair at every office I have.
Why? Are you a gamer?
No, but it makes me feel like I'm in a race car.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that. I see you got your little, I don't know what you call it. Not a uniform. What is that? A racing what?
It's a pit crew shirt for an NHRA drag car that I am now involved in with another client, which is Smart Sanitizer. They are the main sponsor of the car, and they've created this amazing device for the world of sanitizing your hands, your phone, and at the top of it, it even has a screen where businesses can sell ad space like digital billboards and generate revenue. So in other words, shameless plug. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just making it clear. Okay, all right. Well,
I'm also there. I'm on the car. I'm on the shirt. I got my hat.
Okay, we're gonna get into that car, I think I have some video. I'll have to find it during commercial break. So, Chris, what's been going on? It's been a minute since we were in Atlanta together. A lot of big things happened as a result of that day down there with all those great young people. So when we were there, when I initially met you, what is it you would say you were doing? What was your main squeeze back then?
Similar stuff, media and marketing, but on a smaller scale. I was in a co-working building where you start out by yourself and you're meant to go into those places and then kind of expand. We did end up doing some expansion. COVID hit, it made everything go crazy. That whole place had to shut the office down, and pretty much that relationship and that business partner that I was working with, I had to kind of split with for some other reasons.
And we're going to talk about that, not that particular thing.
Right.
I know for a fact, because, I want you to talk about that because a lot of people were different prior to COVID as far as connecting with people. And COVID, I believe anyway, brought a lot of us into a new space, a new mindset where we're like, you know what, I'm just going to do me. I'm going to do my thing. And I know that you have traditionally connected with people, like co-partnered and things like that. And they didn't always turn out well. So now, are you still moving in that direction where you feel like you got to do everything with somebody else? Or are you doing Chris COTA and Chris COTA's like, everybody else get in line, I'll pick and choose, doesn't he? How's it working out for you now?
Yes and no, more of the pick and choose because I do have a lot of exclusive things going on. I do have an amazing person that's pretty much my right-hand lady. Her name is Terry. She keeps me straight, and she also keeps, me in line to be like, okay, that's a good deal, but let's look at the facts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, oh yeah, let's do this because I want to do everything. That's just how I am.
So how many different pots are you, how many of them are on your stove, if you will? I mean, how many different things are you into right now?
Mainly media and marketing, and then consulting. And then here and there, I help other people build their businesses, but there's no specific niche. Like my neighbor's building a car dealer. I've helped them with this technology. I got real estate agents. They reach out. We're helping them with their technology and getting their systems and their automation moving because most of them, they need buyer and seller leads. They don't know how to turn those out on autopilot. So we do Facebook ads, Google ads, geofencing, depends on the strategy. Geofencing is where you draw an imaginary net around a business. And when someone enters that net, you got their phone, you can put ads on them forever. And it can get pretty creepy. So let's say you go down there.
Is that those people that always act like, hey, Lauren, we missed you yesterday, trying to trick me like we know each other or something? So
well, that's a marketing tactic, but it's more like
picture this.
You go down to the Lexus dealer, you look at a car, right? I have a geofence there. Let's say my client is Mercedes. And now I'm like, okay, soon as you get in that fence, then I can say, you know what? Let me throw an ad to those people. Hey, don't go to the Lexus dealer anymore. Just come right down the street. We're right down the street. We'd love to give you a deal on a brand new Mercedes. Like, what? I just went to a Lexus dealer. So then it can get pretty fun.
Did you see that movie called, is it Social? What was it called? You guys know. Help me out. Is Sherry McQueen here? Good Lord. Oh, she is. Thank you. It's that, what was it called? Social something. It was all about, huh?
Was Facebook in it? That one?
They showed you the back side. They had all those people that had defected whistleblowers on Google, Facebook, and they were showing.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that? Social. You guys know it's a documentary. It's really good. I'm shocked you haven't seen it, Chris. We did. It was a big thing during COVID, and they were, all these people that were like, when I was the VP of Google, and they show you how they say, oh, look, he's back with that old girlfriend. They were mock-up things. They were in this room, and they were like, oh, so let's shoot some porn onto his thing because you know how she feels about that. We can't have her. He's, they capture your behaviors.
Oh yeah, that stuff's real. You can do some crazy stuff. So the key piece of any media and marketing is integrity.
Well, it may be key, but how prevalent is it? Integrity.
Well,
Isn't
For
it
me,
all
it's
about the mighty dollar in most cases?
for me, it's very prevalent. I
What
won't do anything that goes against like my morals or a client. Like I would never want to. If I can't say it to my mom in public, or if I can't say it to anyone in public, or I can't do it in public, I don't do it. It doesn't exist.
Oh, excuse me. This and that yawn had nothing to do with you. You know, I don't know what it was. It must be the heat or something because I overslept by a half hour this morning.
Right.
Oh, Mercury retrograde. I gotta learn about. Anybody know anything about that? You do?
And I know
We're
a lot of
in
things
it right
about a
now.
lot of things.
That's a real thing.
Yeah. Well, today is the 11th, right? So
Yep.
11 stands for new beginnings.
Yep. Angel
That's
number.
why I did pick this day to be on the show,
You did. I remember.
because it's a new beginning, and now it's called, for me, I see quantum leaps. I can already just see it because it happened to me during COVID. I went from something and then I had to stop, go down to zero. So I went from zero, and all of a sudden everyone hit me up to try to take them digital because you had to at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since COVID, I've just exploded. I've helped hundreds of clients with their businesses, their digital media. You know, some people even just mindset. It's like, hey, you know, because you can't see what is going on with you. It takes someone else to see that or hear that.
Wait,
Right.
I want my chair to go up higher. You're taller than me. Oh, there. I'll make us even. There.
So
Because you're the same. What are you? How tall are you?
5'9"-ish.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm 5'6". How can I be taller? There. Now who's now? Now.
Well,
So,
now I
so
can't see your face.
that's okay. I can see all of you. How are you, little one? Aw. Did you here with somebody? Is there an adult here with you? I'm kidding. Okay, you're taller than me, man. So, Chris, how a lot of people, you were just mentioning, you exploded during COVID. Now, it seems like there wasn't very much in between during COVID for businesses, small businesses, solopreneurs, and whatnot. It seems like you either flourished or checked it in.
Like if you're stuck in, I've seen many businesses fail. If you're stuck in your habits and you don't want to go digital, during that moment, you'd fail.
Well, not all businesses can go digital, can they?
Yes, there's always a way.
Okay, what if I have a business where I'm at a fruit market every weekend, selling my fresh fruit or whatever, my soaps or oils?
Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook. So who is Facebook Marketplace for? People with a product?
With the product, you got to have like a physical product. There's a lot of people, like I see in my area, I mean, tacos, like older ladies, they put, hey, yeah, I got tacos for sale, and here's where I'll be. Boom.
Oh, like out of the trunk of their car?
Yeah. And probably the best tacos in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
There's always a way. You just got to think outside the box. Facebook is the new Craigslist, especially Marketplace. That's one way. But digital ads, you know, running ads, drawing a little net around your neighborhood. And
let's talk about that for a second, because I have I'm glad you're here, because you can help interpret. Because when they talked to me yesterday, the Elevate, I have a master class out now, and it's through the Elevate organization, and they're in London. So they do all their stuff on LinkedIn, right? Mm-hmm. So I decided, they told me what their budget was for putting money behind my master class. And so I matched them, and hired my own Facebook ads person. I didn't know you did it out on Facebook. And so we're finding that he knows more about most of it, really, the mindset and stuff about how he calls it reverse engineering. When you get your data, you have to reverse engineer to get to that ooey gooey chewy center, right? Because you want to convert. That's what you want to do. You want to monetize. But I'm learning so much. Like, let's talk about that. He said, now this guy that does mine has 17 or 18 other clients, right? And he told me, the other day, Monday, I think it was, oh my God, over the weekend, you got 850 click-throughs, boom, boom, boom. And your click rate is 21 cents per click. no one else that I work with is less than $1. I didn't know what that meant. And he was explaining it's about the eyes that are, do you know what that means? Can you explain
Yeah,
to people about
So
that?
you have exposure. You have exposure where people see your ad, right?
Now, you
Let's
guys,
say-
hold on. These are those ads on Facebook that pop up on your thread that say sponsored, learn more. That's what we're talking about there. Okay, go ahead, Chris.
Right. So you have exposure. That's one thing. You could be exposed, right?
I'm gonna let you talk. You take it and run.
Okay. So you have exposure. That's one thing. You can get many eyeballs on your ad, on your whatever you're trying to promote. However, the strategy has to be made perfect. It's called top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. Top of funnel, they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you yet. Some people will buy from you right away, like just cold. Okay, yep, I like it, buy. And especially if the funnel's great and if all your content's great and if you look like a superstar. Middle of funnel, they've seen a couple ads, they're like, okay, yeah, this guy. All right. Bottom of funnel, they've seen you so much, they're like, I'm done. Yeah, just sign me up, sign me up, sign me up. That's one strategy. You can also go straight in cold, but your targeting and your campaign objectives on Facebook, for example, have to be correct. Facebook will give you what you ask for. If you only want video views, they'll give you people that'll view your video, but they will not buy, they will not click, they will not convert. So you have to move to what's called a conversion campaign. And that's where you're going to tell Facebook, get people to fill out my form on my website.
Oh, you can tell them that stuff?
Yeah, with it's a digital robot, like Facebook Pixel code. That's really how that works.
Okay.
And but a lot of people waste a lot of money because they don't know how to use it right.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you get clicks are one thing, that's great. Clicks do not convert.
Right. They
will only convert if they fill out your form, and now they're in your funnel, but they still won't convert unless your funnel set up correctly to convert quickly, or you're just trying to build a list you can nurture to later. So there's different strategies.
Okay. So Chris, it seems like a lot of us that just aren't that deep into what you were talking about here. We know a little surface knowledge, but a lot of us, I think, I don't know, tell me if I'm right or wrong. We put too much stock into views.
Yes.
Like the view means everything, when really, in my opinion, it's not even the view. I know that because of the Goldcast thing, 21 million views. But you know what? It's the engagement. It has 900 and some thousand comments. That's the number I go to. I go to the comments because there's gold in there. Because I believe if we find out what people want, go out and get it, and then bring it back and give it to them, you're going to be successful. So that's why I like the engagement, because it is the conversation, which is why I'm here, and which is why I'm asking them to trust me and come here as well and meet me here. Tell me how you feel about that and where people may be missing the mark.
Absolutely. I mean, exposure is one thing, views are one thing, but engagement, comments are key. But that's like kind of more organic marketing. But when you're trying to, okay, I have a good example. Let's see, a client came to me during COVID. He's selling grass. I'm like, grass?
Weed dealer? Yeah, weed dealer?
Racehorse grass.
Oh, we make it clear then, make it plain. Yeah. What's the number? I'm just
I'll get there.
Y'all don't judge. Okay, go ahead.
I'll get there. So he's selling racehorse grass. I'm like, what is this? And it was a franchise opportunity. He's like, I need 300 people to have interest for my franchise business, and I'll reach my goal, and blah, blah, blah. And I have 60 days. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, boom, boom. Okay, cold traffic. Okay, people are hitting the funnel. Okay, they're not doing nothing. Okay, what's wrong? Oh, your video sucks. I tell them, hey, your video sucks. Like, let's get you a better video so we can make more eye-catching and people just are interested. Once he did that, so I direct them, they do it, and all of a sudden things start moving. He's like, yeah, I'm getting 10 a day, 20 a day. And he reached his 300 goal in 60 days, which is exactly what he wanted.
Okay.
And that was a very hard niche. That's a hard niche. Easier niches are even easier. That one was difficult, but we went and figured out, okay, now we learned your lead costs $9 per lead, $8 a lead. So if you need 300, it's 300 times 8. And now out of those 300, how many will actually answer the phone, how many will convert. Then you start getting your percentages. Then you really know what your customer costs. So yes, backwards engineering, but in order to backwards engineer, you've got to get the data first. So I tell people, be prepared to get a couple grand and put this cash in your hand and light it on fire. Because it can go super great in cold traffic, or you can go good enough where you got data. Now you know, okay, now this is what we're going to do.
So Chris, for that person who is working from home, which is most of us, the small business owner, you know, a lot of us, like, for instance, if you have a business Facebook page, let's just use that as an example. You have the option to post regularly or from Creator Studio, which has all of the analytics and this and the other. It tells you this is up, this is in the green, this is in the red. But I know even with my own clients in my coaching program, when we're trying to follow their engagement and whatnot, when they first come in, nobody pays any attention to that stuff. They just go right past it, and it's like we're blinded. Right. But what is it that makes us think? I always look at it like this. If they have all this stuff available on there, there has to be a reason why it's there, why it's important. But at first I thought, well, I'm not a techie. That's not for me. That's for those people who do that kind of thing. But it's not. When I started paying attention and it started falling into place, and I learned what this was saying was not happening or was happening, and I started saying, well, let me change this a little or do more of that. Maybe I need to post and I need more engagement. So I learned, well, I've been just making statements, and I switched it to questions. How do you feel about what makes you, what's your favorite to get people to converse? Because then I thought about it. When I'm just, if people make great long comments and stuff, or they speak to me and I don't speak back, the next time when they don't say crap to me, it's because if people wanted to have a conversation by themselves, which means they come to our social media spots and they let us know, hey, I'm over here, and we don't do anything in return, they can do that in the house by themselves. They don't need us to have a conversation by themselves. So where does the small business person understand? Where is that juncture? What is going on within their business where they need, I didn't say want, where they need to start thinking in this vein if they're ever going to get across that finish line and monetize everything they've been building?
Well, either if you're a new business or if you're an established business, but if you've hit what's called a plateau, you're at the same revenue every month. Well, find a way to times that by 5, by 10. And the way to do that is you've got to have that strategy in place and figure out, okay, how many widgets do I need to sell to get to this goal above what I'm already at? And then, okay, cool. If my thing costs $300, or my service or whatever costs $300, and I could get a client, but that client ends up costing me $25 to $50, I'm still winning. And those are high numbers. Those are worst case scenarios. Most leads on Facebook run anywhere, unless it's like real estate or a very competitive niche like auto injury and stuff like that. Anywhere from $5 to $15 is a good range.
Okay, now listen. There are a lot of people who are influencers on social media.
Yep.
Coaches, speakers, people with events and workshops and symposiums and things like that. So for the person that is message and content based, okay, how do you know? I mean, because a lot of us get into just motivational postings, memes, and today I learned, what I'm saying. So, but we don't, at a minimum, I know some people will boost a post, and we want to talk about that. The difference between an ad and a boost. I always hear that boosting is just a waste. Is that true?
It is a waste. It will get you the exposure and the eyeballs, but if you do a boost, you haven't set up any of the conversion tracking strategies that you need in order to make someone fill out a form or click the link to go to your website or message you or whatever. So that's one way. But if you did a boost, there's a way to kind of see if that would work better. And you throw a little tag or a text on the image that you're going to boost, small. It says, hey, SMS the word community to 912-455-7493. And that matches that post. People are going to do that. And that's my code, by the way. People are going to do that. And if you have something set up on the back end, with someone like me or an agency like my agency that kind of can help those things get put together, then now you get them in your world. Like, so if you literally do this right now, you can try it. You can see what it feels like. You SMS the word community to 912-455-7493. My system's going to respond with an automatic text saying, hey, thanks for requesting info. Here's how to get in contact with me. Here's how to schedule a call on my self-serve calendar. Here's the link. And then about a minute later, it's going to respond and say, if you can also drop your name and email, and then it'll throw you into my Facebook Messenger bot, and then that connects with my CRM. So I got all kinds of automation always moving. I'm testing things all the time.
So for the person who's just getting started in that, let's say I want to do a beta test within my brand to see if because usually it's hard. Well, no, for me, I can't do it. It's very difficult for me to invest in something unless I understand the need. Now, I don't have to know all the intricate logistical points of CPRs or whatever, or CRMs or all that stuff. CTRs, click-through rates, or what, all that stuff. But I need to understand what the end goal is. What is the objective, the intention? And so I guess what I'm asking is, how do we know? Because we have a million things going. You have, this desk is full of little notes and stuff of things that I don't want to forget, but they're buried underneath notes of stuff I don't want to forget, which is buried under notes of things I don't want to forget. You get the point.
I have notebooks everywhere.
What's a good amount? How does if a person wants to see, well, let me just try this to see if it can really benefit what I'm doing, take it to a new level. Should we have a budget that we put in place just to test it? Because it's hard to put money into something when you don't know if it's going to
least back. So a good example, a client I was talking about with the horse racing grass, right? He's like, hey, I got $10,000 for ads. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. We're going to start. Well, he's multi-million. See what
I'm saying? They're those people. That's different.
But
people like I
could be a bad agency guy and say, cool, give me the 10 grand. But I was like, no, you don't have 10,000 to put to the ads. What we're going to do is we're going to start with $5 to $15 a day for 7 to 10 days. We're going to check the data, and then we're going to be able to know what's working, what's not, and how we can scale up. I got him to his $10,000 goal. Like, he was going to spend 10 grand. He spent $3,500 on ads.
Same results.
Correct. He paid our agency $3,000, but he still he saved money. But because I see every customer and every client I deal with, their money is my money, and I don't like to spend money unless I know, okay, if I put in $5, I can get back 15. Okay, cool. Let's do that.
And and that's what I love about you, because I've always found it amazing how you can constantly have all these different things going on that sometimes on the outside don't even seem like they're interconnected, like they're not even relatable.
No, I get random calls from friends like, hey, do you know someone that can? I got 10 private jets for sale. You know anyone that buys jets? I'm like, I do. I'm just connecting the dots. I've set here's what I want. Here's the contract. Just give me this percentage if we sell something, and I'll make the connections, and I'll be involved there. So I'm a connector.
So would you consider yourself a consultant?
Yeah, I'm a problem solver.
Okay.
I'm a problem because it comes from my natural ability in auto mechanics. I can get anything. Someone can bring me a car. Hey, here's what's going on. I hear it. Oh, I know what's wrong. Sometimes I could tell just by listening what's happening to the car. Just by driving, I'm like, oh, okay. Your front wheel moves a little bit when I stop, so that means something's wrong with your strut. So let's go figure out what's wrong with your strut. Okay. So I'm always in diagnosis mode. Even in public, I'm in a restaurant, and my service is not that great. I'm like, we could change that waitress to this waitress, make this staff move over here. I'm always solving the problem, even though it's not a problem.
Okay,
It's
listen,
natural.
we're going to get more into problem solving when we return, and also hear more about this race car that you have and what that's all about, and what was it that made you feel like this was a great investment. And then I also want to discuss the issue of how important is risk to the overall mindset of success, because I've always been told success requires risk. We're going to talk about that and more when we return with my guest today, Chris COTA. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Well, welcome back to the show. I told you I was tired. There I was sitting on the screen. That was creepy in between, right? And then I was sitting here looking out the window and forgot you guys were even back. I was like, oh, you know. So listen, I just want to remind you guys, first of all, thank you to both of my sponsors for today. Warrior program, the Warrior program with Catan. So you saw that there. If you need more information, let me know. And also Swinging Fun by Crystal Miller, who makes those wonderful swings for your toddlers. That swing actually grows as your child grows. So get over and check her out. That is a veteran-owned business. So thank you for your service, Crystal. And if you want to get your dream on the screen, one of my brands is this business right here. See it right there? Electric Revival Digital Content Creation. If you would like more information, all of the video and digital content that you see here on Bathrobe Moments, we do. So if we can help you, let us know. We'd love to be of service. Getting our guests back in here today is Mr. Chris COTA of Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks so much for being here, Chris. You mentioned organic in there. And so let's talk about that. Organic engagement versus the things that, like what you do, which comes first, the organic or the egg? In other words, so some people want to shoot out here like that guy. Let me give you a bunch of money, make it happen. If you don't have your organic, let's say the infrastructure, the bones of your building or of your brand in place, will putting a lot of money into it get what you need? Or must you build that trust thing, that organic engagement first, and then take that with that money for marketing and go into the area where you work with people? How's that?
Right. Well, organic, I mean, you can come out of nowhere and just blow up out of nowhere if you got something that's has that capability to go viral.
Mhm.
But if you can't, or if you don't go viral, organic is just you're posting
How do you
on your
stay
social
there
media.
though?
Once you go viral, you're kind of done.
Really?
You're kind of done. I mean, remember the
Done in a good way.
done in a good way. But remember the guy a while back? He goes by Backpack Kid. He does that little dance in the front and the back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he actually lives around here.
Oh.
And he's like that. He just made a stupid little dance, posted it on the internet. He went viral, and now like he's done. Like, he's been viral ever since. Everything he does.
Okay, but you can't plan for that, can you?
You can, however, you have to really know the blueprint, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Or you have to have some funds to invest. Like if you want to go viral really fast, and if you have a really cool product, you need to be posting on being involved with some sort of an influencer. And an influencer will charge anywhere from $10,000 to $75,000 for one post on their viral account with millions on it. But that one thing could skyrocket you out of nowhere. But most people can't come up with 10 to 30K in one shot. So that's why, there's a small piece that can do those things. But otherwise, you've got to find a plan or strategy. But most people don't even know how to have a plan or strategy. So they need someone, or they'll call someone like me, where I'm like, okay, what's the problem? What do you got? How much does it cost? Okay. How many people do we need? What's your goal? Okay, your goal's this. No, make your goal this. And then we'll help you try to get to that goal. And then, okay, here it's going to cost this much to engage with us as an agency. We need to spend this much a day. But if we do this, this, and this, you're going to go like this. Now you're going to be in a positive return, and you can keep going as much as you want. And yeah, so
Chris, let's talk about messaging. For instance, I'm shocked by many times I'll ask someone, so what do you do? And 30 minutes later, they're still explaining what they do. And I've always thought about, I know that when just looking back over my shoulder to my own different opportunities and the different things I've done over the years, the highlights all point to those opportunities that were not expected. They weren't sits, they weren't appointments. It was like I was sitting next to the right person on an airplane, or I was in the grocery line. And the thing was, at the last second, like, oh, a person's going to catch their flight. We've been talking for an hour on a layover. And then they go, so, oh man, that's my flight. So what is it again you do? And you can't follow them to the gate. And also, how important is it, Chris, for us to be able to have an elevator pitch, to know how to answer that question? So if I were to ask you, let's use you as an example. So, Chris, so nice to meet you. Now, what is it you do?
I'm a Renaissance man.
That's who you are.
But what do I do is I solve problems with either a business or a person. And relating to, for a business, either getting clients or making a return or generating more revenue. And as a person, your mindset, like most people's mindsets are kind of jacked up, but they don't know how to solve it because they can't see what they're doing. It takes someone else to say, oh, well, you just said can't 3 times. No wonder you can't do nothing. Remove that word. Like that, so that kind of stuff. So I'm always a diagnosis. I guess you could say, in a way.
I had to clear up the screen. It was all foggy. Sorry.
Oh, I guess you could say, in a way, I'm a diagnosis guy too.
Oh, I like that. See what I'm saying? Like
it can always change. Your pitch can always change. It's crazy. Like, how do you tell someone, oh, we make mobile apps, we do funnels. Oh, yep, you want to sell some jets? Yep, I got some people that buy jets. Oh, yep,
well,
I want to sell cars.
Someone put in the comments, they said, oh, that was Lori Whitney. She said that you're a connecting consultant. That's what she called you. I like that diagnostic thing too, because that's kind of getting there and, checking things out and saying, oh, did you know this was here? Or maybe, did you know this is missing? That sort of thing. So in your opinion, Chris, this is a great question if I say so myself. They used to say, I don't know what the current stat is, but they used to say that 5% of businesses fail in the first whatever amount of time. What would you say in your experience is the number one thing that keeps people from moving forward, from saying, from having a better month every month than the month before? What is it that gets in the way and then they become complacent? They just sit there going through the motions. Is it ego? Like people that write books, and just because they have the book in their trunk, they think, I have the book, I wrote the book, here it is. But it's really a positioning piece that they never monetize on. That's why boxes of them are in their basement still. Everybody's gotten it for a free Christmas gift. So talk about that. What is that thing that trips us up?
Not having a duplicatable system, or not having a team in place. Because if it's just you and you're a solopreneur, eventually you're going to burn out. You're like, I'm doing the same shit over and over. I don't do this no more. I'm done. But if you have a team in place where, you can do it. I can do everything. I don't want to. And I would never be able to grow if it was just me. So I have a team in place where I get some stuff started and I'm like, okay, here's what we're doing. Here's how we're going to do it. And I simply will record like a Loom video. Here's what I'm doing. Here's how I did it. Here's how I want it done every whatever. Here's the plan of action, and that's kind of how you start building a team. Or you've got to document what you do.
Yeah.
In order to hand it off to someone else to be able to take care of and just oversee it. Like I have I use group chats for my clients and my team in WhatsApp. So I'm always watching these conversations. I'm like, okay, yep, he's got that. Okay, cool. Nope. Listen, I'll message him like, no, change this, make this, boom, boom. So, you just got to put a system in place. Systems are what can cripple your business, having it or not having it.
Not having it, right. So do you ever have to turn a potential client away because they just don't get it?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? No matter what you do, I have done that because especially when it comes into coaching, they are still, it's Marsha, I. And the first thing that trips me up, the red flag that goes off, are people who oversell themselves. Name droppers, giving you everything back to they won the Little Miss Peach contest at 5 years old. I'm like, get rid of your flipper already. You're 43 years old. Quit talking about Little Miss Georgia Peach. It's like people, it's not you. If I don't hear anything about why this is important and what it's going to do to be of service, then I feel there's nothing I can do because it's only been 10 minutes and I really can't stand listening to you anymore. I'm so sick of hearing I. And you know what I've done before, Chris, is when they don't get that, especially if we're already working together, and I have them write something, and then you go through and I'll read the whole thing, the 2 pages or whatever it is, and I'll go like, so today, I, my, and I really, and then I'm not even a quarter of the page through. And I kid you not, they always go, stop. Oh, please. Oh, my. Talk about that. Man.
Yeah. So in media and marketing, I have clients come to me all the time. Here's my problem. Here's what it is. Boom. I don't know how to solve it. I'm like, cool. And then they're like, but I want you to do it this way. I'm like, okay, you came to the mechanic to get your car worked on and you don't know how to work on the car, but you're telling me how to work on the car. And I've mastered this over the years. And if I do what you want me to do, how you want me to do it, and it fails, it's on you.
Okay.
It's not on me. But that's when I know, like, okay, I may not. This might not be a good one. Either he's gonna flip around and be like, oh, okay, you take it, or it's gonna be like, I gotta fire this client. Sorry.
Right. Now, earlier you mentioned the thing about integrity, that's the thing that you feel is different about you as opposed to a lot of people who do what you do for others. And I get that because I get clients who have a lot of money, and the most trying part of working with them is not allowing them to bring their past got that ass toe out the frame experience and blaming it on me. You see what I'm saying? Because they didn't do the prep work. They didn't do due diligence and whatnot. It makes, when they do have a great opportunity where it's integrity based and they should just flow with it, they keep bringing, you see what I'm saying? They didn't learn. What do you say to people who can't start a new season, if you will, without dragging all the crap that they did wrong, you know? And people with a lot of money, if you're a person who's not integrity based and you know that it's all about me, I already knew, but I don't go that route. I don't roll like that. But if I did, I'd know, okay, she loves talking about herself. All I gotta do is blow smoke up her butt and she's gonna sign and give me all that money. I know people, I've seen people who have come to me just for some simple commercial, right? And I go to they don't know anything about their message. I go to the website, it looks like Times Square. Stuff everywhere, looks good, the colors are popping, there's all that, they got a brand Bible, they got all this stuff, and then you look and it's not one heart, not one comment, not one share, no engagement, like a ghost town. But they still don't get it, because, and it's like, it's just like you'll still see certain people who everything they post is a picture of themselves, no connection to me. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with me or whatever. So I want you to just, the last few minutes, kind of talk about what is important for a person to be able to be honest with themselves about, that gets people to resonate with what you have. You know, those people that are viral that you were talking about, and you look at him and you go, he's just a normal, ordinary guy. He looks like some kid from down the street, but he's in there every day, and instantly you get 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people watching every single time. What is it about those people? Is it an X factor? Do they have it? Or what is it they're doing that so many of us are not?
Either they're teaching someone how to solve a problem, or they're funny. Or right now, the big thing on TikTok, and I'm like, I can do this, but I'm not going to do it yet, is eating spicy stuff.
Oh, that's the thing. That's what's happening on there now?
Oh, the people are eating the hottest things in the world and having no reactions and getting millions of views, and there's some crazy stuff going on.
But see what I mean? That's it. But Chris, is that like, what is that? Okay, on TikTok, first it was everybody lip syncing the same song kind of thing. Then it
was called Musical.ly first.
Oh, okay.
And they rebranded it to TikTok. Now it's turned into like a skit.
Okay, but I'm not gonna eat no hot shit just to get some views and stuff. You know, I'm just not gonna do it. But for those of us who are not, I'm not trying to be some flash in the pan or some fad or, you know, what? Okay, so you said TikTok. Are you on TikTok?
I'm on TikTok.
What does a person like you put on there? I
have one account that's strictly for motivation.
And so people on TikTok care about motivation.
They do, because and now so TikTok's kind of what it is, but the big thing nowadays is called Clubhouse. Clubhouse is a game changer. Clubhouse is like going to an event and being able to speak on stage 24/7 pretty much, and have an audience right below you. And then you go hop in other rooms and someone notices you, like, oh yeah, that guy. Let me bring him up on stage and make him a moderator. And then you kind of start having that presence, like everywhere you go.
There's a lot of angles on there, though. I've been on there as a fly on the wall since they started. And I mean, I find personally, as far as genuine content that's full of calories and nutrition, let's put it that way, I have found that at the beginning, on the front end, there was a lot of that, a lot of it. And then all of a sudden, it seems lately, you know, I go through, I can't find anything that, and even if it does, the title is catchy because, you know, they done figured out the formula. I hit it and they're in there talking all over each other. It's about something. And I go, and I can tell instantly. It feels like, it's like when you walk in the room and you go, did I step in something? Let me check my shoe. You know, right. And I'm out. Leave quietly. It's a good thing they put quietly on there, because some of those I'll be like, I want to go, what the hell? And just keep it moving. Y'all for real? And so even in there, it gets watered out because everybody thinks that they're going to be able to crack the code, and I'm going to be
a millionaire. Everyone's a millionaire on Clubhouse. Everyone's a millionaire on Clubhouse. It cracks me up when I go. I'm like, okay, I go look at your stuff. I'm like, no. Why?
And now they have Android.
Yeah. Now they have Android.
Somebody told me a few months ago that they thought, and it's a television executive, an executive producer who told me, oh, I mentioned Clubhouse in a meeting. And he said, oh, no. He goes, I don't support Clubhouse. I don't think it's the future. What say you about that?
I disagree. So the guys behind it
I did too.
Well, the guys behind it, I did some research. They actually, the last app they created, they sold it to Pinterest. So they know what they're doing, and they have a lot of VC and California money behind them. I mean, this platform's already valued over $1 billion.
How much?
Over $1 billion.
Clubhouse?
Yeah, multiple billions.
Wow.
It changed the whole game. If you're feeling down and depressed, you can go in there and leave uplifted. But
it's true.
You leave uplifted with no action plan. That's the problem. And they're like, oh man, yeah, that was great. Well, fuck. How do I do now? Then that's usually they'll reach out to the people, and if it's a good coach, they can help. But there's a lot of coaches on there. Oh yeah, 10K, join my program. Like, what the fuck?
Do you see a lot of selling going on there?
Yeah, in the backside.
Bullshit artists?
Oh, a bunch of bullshit.
How do you tell who's who on there?
You get the sense of like used car salesman. And you're like, oh yeah, okay. Like you said, name drop. You know, I might name drop here and there, but I'm telling the truth. I'll talk about my experience working with Grant Cardone while helping run the presidential campaign for Dr. Ben Carson.
I love Ben.
That was a real situation.
Healing hands.
Yeah.
We're both Seventh-day Adventists.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, we were learning. They teach you about Ben Carson inside the church when you're like 2. You know what I mean? Right. Love him. So Chris, for those of us who want to make a difference in this world, who want to pour into people, what would you say? This would be the last question. We got 1.5 minutes left. What would you suggest a person have in place before they jump into that world to make sure that they remain within the lines of integrity? Because it's crazy in there. It's not for everyone. You know, it's like going inside a world unequipped if you don't know what you're doing. So what does a person have to answer to?
Right. Well, or accountability. You need accountability, or you need, you know, when most people go try to buy a used car, they'll take the mechanic with them.
Mm-hmm.
Put someone like me and let me listen. Good, bad. No, not for $10,000. I could get that done for you for $2K. Or I got a friend, you know. So mastermind. You need a mastermind group and a good book that's been a forgotten book, because most people do talk about Think and Grow Rich all the time. It's a great book. I love it. But same people that wrote that wrote this one, Cracking the Millionaire Code.
I've heard
this one talks a lot about how do you get to the road to enlightened wealth. Is you have to have that mastermind group and that group of people that can make things happen. Because you can't always make things happen. But for example, someone calls, hey, I got 10 jets for sale. Do you know anyone that buys jets?
Right.
Like, yeah, I got a guy. I'm looking at my book. I'm like, that's my guy. He buys and sells jets. Boom, done. That's pretty much my mastermind group. So stuff like that. You always have the problem solved.
So if people want to reach you, I have 2 ways. AcceleratedMG.com is one. You've got many more, but I didn't have time. Instagram.com/the Chris COTA. And I'm going to keep these in rotation as we get out of here. Chris, so what kind of person are you looking to work with right now?
The person that can accept help and can release control and be able to know, okay, well, I got experts kind of solving this problem that I've been banging my head on the wall trying to solve. Now let's talk about it and come up with the solution. And hey, here's the price. You good?
Let's do
Can
it.
you do it? Let's
And
go, and we'll
the
start
world is
tomorrow.
opening back up. The world is opening back up. Things are
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So
But
now
we've been open for a while. Atlanta's been normal for
oh
quite
yeah,
a
I know
while.
they were always pushing it first. And I remember that one time y'all went up. That mayor went too fast and they had to back that ass up. Right, I remember that at the beginning too. So
Right.
let's just say this: we're all on the same page, hopefully, and we're moving forward. If you would like to speak with Chris again, the information will be rotated on the screen, or you can get it me privately, and I can do the connection for you. But whatever it is you're trying to do, just remember. All you have to, the 4 agreements, is where I reach first. What? 4 agreements?
4 agreements.
Absolutely.
I know that
Absolutely.
book.
Be impeccable with your word. Don't take things personally. Don't make assumptions. And most importantly of all, always, always, always do your best. I want to thank you.
And can you control the past? No, let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Oh, that's a song from my shameless plug time. Let It Go, track number 9 on my album. Let It Go.
Ooh,
Yes, it is. Yes, it
okay.
is. And I want to thank you guys for being here today. I want to thank my guest, Chris COTA. Thank you so much. You're just a universe of information in there. And I'll be getting at you on a couple things I want to talk about. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be the blessing you'd like to see in the world. I hope to see you here Monday morning, God willing, where we'll do it all over again. I'll meet you at 8 a.m. Central out on the front porch for our next installment of Bathrobe Moments. Have a blessed weekend. I love you guys. Bye-bye, all. Bye, Chris.
See ya.